Okay, I think I have everything ready to go. Just give me a second to be sure everything's connected. More promos are done. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Hello and good evening, everybody. Ooh, just as I said that, this is a nice thing. Right. Just going quick. Put a link. It just came up. I did my Twitter post, and then this came up, and it's like, oh, this is a nice thing on timeline. I like that. Let me get the link. 1 second. Copy link. Bammo. Yeah, check out this thing. This looks cool as heck. The paint style. That's just the narrative type C, I believe. Let me switch into my booth mode. Here we go. But yeah, that's just a narrative type C that's made to look like the Red Gundam. And holy shit, that turned out pretty nice. Ooh, okay. Let me just post this into my Discord as well, just to remind me to look at it again later. Boom. And inspirations. There we go. Oh, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Let me just save that. Uh-huh. Anyway, okay. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Today is a backlog day because I've got things to prepare for, as always. I need to finish some things up. Other things which I've been putting off a bit, I need to finish up. And yeah, that's what's going to happen. Now, as you can see here, I have this lovely Leviathan Dreadnought that was very rapidly done. And you see, I just got to touch up the paint on it a bit, move some of the brush strokes with coat 2. I suppose got to even up a bit of the markings. But main thing is I need to get him based up. So I gotta make this base look nice, sticking down it. And then on top of that, did I actually buy another 90mm base, or did I forget that completely? I think I forgot that completely. I'm gonna have to have this base stack up onto another 90mm base to be the proper size for the Brutalis proxying, since I'm going to proxy this as Brutalis Dreadnought. Specifically Death Company Dreadnought, but yeah. So, let's see. So let's base it up. So my Death Company on foot, these I just stuck them on their bases with the basing material. What I need to do is do a little bit of what you call it, contrast paint, or wash onto the sand to give it a bit more depth, and black out the rims, and those will be good. Then my Death Company will be ready for an event coming up. This dude, I need to pull out my pack of 40mm bases, base him, as well as paint his helmet. That's just from things I see right here. And then I'll probably have to, I think I have another, what's it? I want to paint up a chaplain, a regular chaplain. You see here? No, it's probably in one of my boxes. And also I've got to finish up painting my assault terminators, which I've got in a box right next to me here, which I'll work on later. So that's the plan right now, and I'm just going to get straight into it. We're just going to just hit it one at a time. So anyway, basing for the Death Company Dreadnought here. Let me get my pack of corky board. Corky board, I've got some little wood sticks. Just want a nice dirty sort of landing zone for him to be stepping out into. He's Death Company. He's going to be charging forward into bullshittery and shenanigans. There we go. Here's my corky board. Well, oh yes, I've got to paint your. I have to paint your pipes, but you are battle ready of 3 colors already. So this case of I'm getting you based up and ready to go, and I will deal with smaller details later. Also, corky board wise, the width, because this is going to stack on top of another piece, another base later. That base is like that, so looks like the corky board is About half. So what I'm going to ideally do is try to split this cookie board in half thickness. The half thing is going to go on top of this, and then this thicker cookie board is going to go around on top of the bigger 19 mil base stick on top of later. So it's going to be somewhat evenly sized. Keyword is somewhat. But yeah, so cookie board time. I'm just going to wait. Hold on. Before I snap off, I had a plastic bag here that had some of my offcuts already from the corky board. Oh, let me get my corky board offcuts. Ooh, this is dangerous. It's right round cables. Here we go. Corky board offcuts. Whoopsie daisy. Here we go. Let's see. Let's drag all these little offcuts on first and see if I can't just make something with it ready. There we go. Oh, I have somehow minimized my preview screen. I want to actually still see my stream preview. Thank you kindly. There we go. Let's see, what can I do with these cookie boards already? Also, being very fucking careful. Probably should just get things. I gotta get paint out of the way, but I'm going to need the paint back very soon because today's going to be a lot of do something, paint it up, do something, paint it up, do something, paint it up sort of shenanigans. Okay. Actually more of a 3/4 than a quarter thing. Oh, that shit. That's the blunt knife. I need the sharp knife. Here it is. Just very carefully. Actually, can I just lightly score this and then I just pull it apart my fingers with an uneven look? I can I just pull apart my fingers? Well, sort of pull apart my fingers. Ooh, wait, hold on. Where's my nippers? Where's some shittier nippers? There we go. Yeah. No, actually no. Pulling it apart is better. It gives it more uneven look. There we go. Just snap that. I'll bind them together later. And all these small offcuts can just be sprinkled in about between the gaps to fill them. There we go. So we don't want to swipe all that away too much. Oh, did my white balance change while I was doing that? I thought I fixed your settings. Why did you go back to auto? Get me back to 5400 white balance. There we go. There we go. There. Yeah. Nice. There we go. Just pull it apart a bit. Try to make parts fit-ish. Like so. Where this little cluster of bits right here could be where the one the feet is like stomping down. Yeah. There we go. Just a little bit of part. Like so. Let's see how this look. I try to align it sort of where this foot is stomping down and cracking it all apart there. Yeah. Something like that. Slip a few more pieces in here. Yeah, this one. T2. Need it a bit more. Okay. Tear it up a bit more. So. Okay. So, kind of like it like that. I have to put a bunch of glue on that to hold glue it down. And kind of let's see, can I just add some little wooden sticks here and there just to make it look like some rubble and stuff is around it? Or wreckage. There we go. The little bundle of sticks. Pull one out. Let's see. I don't. Yeah, there we go. Just add some visual interest. Okay, we're slightly more straight here with like with this broken stick, like something was embedded down here in the ground. Something like that. Let's get this piece a bit back here. Fill the rubble areas a bit with some more of the random bits. Okay, so now we just apply some glue, and I think I'm going to use a gel glue for this. Where's that gel glue I had? Famous last word. I'm going to use my gel glue for this. Proceeds to not have the gel glue on hand. Hello, welcome, Raiders. Hello, Villager Jack. How are you doing? Let me get you a shout out. What are you up to, man? Shout out, Villager Jack. Oh, just chatting. Well, hey, welcome, welcome. I'm Coleman, the Palamo VTuber. I Palamo, VTube. I'm doing a bunch of backlog right now for my Warhammer stuff. You see, when I'm just using some old cork and wooden sticks to just make a base for this lovely Death Company Dreadnought that is mostly painted up. Still got work to do, but I just try to get the base ready so I can stick it down, and then I can go back to finishing up this later. Just to make it battle ready. But yeah, thank you for bringing your community over. And if you need to go to post-stream take care and stuff, feel free to. Don't let me keep you. And again, thank you for coming, everyone. After painting a Minecraft figure with my skin. Oh, interesting. Very nice. For those closely first saw it. No, this is corkboard. So just some corky board that I've just been breaking up to make little rubble and stuff. just to make it look like this guy's on a really heavily broken ground, and he's just stomp onto it. I just got some also wood sticks here and there. I'm just looking for my gel-based glue to just stick it all down. Is this it? I think this is liquid-based, but maybe we can try liquid-based and see. I just need it to stay in place. Well, thank you kindly. Yeah, this is the fun part. It gets a bit messy, but it's kind of fun. And also, like trying to, because I'm in a slight rush, I'm going a bit fast, but being fast makes it look more rugged and dirty, which then gets the effect which you more easily gets the effect which you want. So it all works together. So now let me just yeah, this is just liquid. This is liquid cement. You know what? I'm just gonna use it. I'm gonna dab it around where it needs to go to hold things together. I'll use some what you got basing material later. The sort of glue paste with the basing dust and stuff in it. Like this stuff. I'll put some of this, I think, dark brown stuff around this to fill in all the gaps later. And I just need to have this thing hold in place before that. There we go. Because that's the fun part. Being ground and dirt, it can be, well, nice and dirty. You can really blend in any mistakes and stuff, or just unnatural looking things quite easily. There we go. Pat pat. Should be good. Again, super glue, so it should dry pretty fast. So let me hold it like that. So like that, then he's just going to be like, stomp. He's just stomping across, ready to cause havoc. And yes, I need to add another layer of paint on that shoulder for sure. I got to edge highlight him all around as well. And I'll probably just pin a foot to stick down through this later. But right now, that's a good base. Ooh. I can feel it getting a bit warm from the super glue. That's the thing, especially when you're doing like paper or cork and stuff. The super glue does be a little exothermic, so it does get a little warm. That's also why super glue stings when it gets on your fingers. So don't get it on your fingers. As best you can. Let me just hold down small little bits again. But yeah, I got a kill team narrative event this weekend. And so they have the Nemesis operatives now, which lets you bring a big guy into kill team. So I'm going to do a very thematic, since narrative, I'm going to go a thematic Death Company kill team. So I got my Dreadnought, got my Death Company here. And I'm just going to YOLO in. It's not going to be the best team, but it's going to be a fun team. And then the week after, I got a 2v2 tournament, and so I'll be building some of my other models, or finish up painting some of my Terminators and stuff on stream today, just to get them ready. While we figure out our lists. Ooh, I can feel the warmth under the plastic here for sure. Ooh. Should I use it? Yeah. I have gotten super glue all over my fingers before, and it burns! Put it that way. There we go. I won't put any more yet. I'll just let that set and dry a bit more first. Let me see. Where was my terrain paste? Here we go. I've got thick mud diorama. Well, brown mud. I think diorama brown. That was the thing as well. Especially when you're working with a very dark model, you want the base to contrast nicely. Like, I use like sand basings for my Death Company on foot here. The sand really contrasts well. I'm going to put a wash on this later to redarken it a bit. My Death Company captain here, I did even though he's black, a light grey basing also contrasts pretty nicely with him. So just something light contrast with the main mini so it doesn't blend in together. So, let me see. could work, but do I have another possibility? This is another thing. These possibilities of basic materials are very cheap, but then these are pretty big pots, and I don't want to buy too many of them. Let's see. Dark Earth. Dark Earth could work. Because in the same vein of, it's a light grey-brown compared to the darkness of it. So I feel like the mud might be too warm to contrast as well. Dark, yeah, I think I'll try the Dark Earth. Put these little pots back. Well, these basing materials, they are cheap as fuck relative to other basing materials, but once you start wanting, I want this base material, I want that base material, you're going to have a whole collection of these damn big pots, which you're going to take forever to finish going through. So it's like good value, but collecting a lot of them takes up a lot of space real quick. So now, let me, first off, all the little crumbs and stuff, let me just push this into my little baggie. My cookie board baggie. Before it gets everywhere. Yeah, all that basically was just from the offcuts I had from my previous projects with all over the corkboard. I just keep breaking it up and using it. And still got a bunch of the original sheet left over still. So this will last a few big projects. Again, I don't build or paint for like competition. I build and paint, well, for painting competition at least. I do it for playing competitions. So I don't really over focus too much on my basings and stuff. Basically, if it's simple enough basing to make it work, it works. But for like bigger models, like, you know, dreadnoughts and stuff, it's like, you know what, you're a centerpiece sort of model. You get a little bit of extra attention to your basing and stuff. You get that little bit of extra effort. Same for like characters and stuff. But the regular men or the guys who have to do a million of them is like, you did a basing material, dry, light brown wash, done. Anyway, let's get this Terra Oscura Dark Earth texture paste. I just got a little like sculpting tool, and I just scoop it up, and then I apply it in. Also the color actually didn't really matter because I could just airbrush this entire thing a different color if I wanted. I just need the texture color to, well, the texture paste to blend in all the stuff for me. So actually, yeah, the color didn't really matter, but I suppose close enough color will help with this. And I'm just pushing it into the edges here. Make it blend together. Just using my finger at the side to wipe it, smear it. And I'll clean my finger later. Just tap and pat it down. Squish this into the empty spots. So I don't mind how much it takes away some of the detail because it blends it together at least, makes it look cohesive. And that's the main point, looking cohesive. Just swoop that in a bit. Yeah. Nice. All the way to the edges. Squelch. Spreading it like butter. Like a very granular butter. All around the corners. Ah. Should probably not use my fingers for that, but oh well. That's what I've done. And it'll slowly peel off anyway. Put the finger around the edge. Okay. So the main outside edge is done. Let's just squelch some of this around on the inside. Stick to the stuff, not to the tool, please. Yep. I have a silicone brush I can use to mulch shape it later. Right now, just gotta get it in. We'll slam a bit more around here. A little bit of the material on top, on the flat surfaces to deflatten it. Don't fill that spot a bit here, please. There, okay. Let me get a tissue. Wipe down my tool, my fingers. Close this for the rest of the pot sets. And then a silicone brush. You should wet it with water, but since I'm a lazy ass bitch, I have deep throated it instead. How deep did I go? That's up to your imagination. I'm just going to use it to spread, mold and spread this bit more smoothly in these areas and push it where it needs to go. There we go. Squishy squish. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Any unnatural overhangs I'm pushing down, getting it into the gaps and areas here. Smooth with my finger. Okay. Wipe it off. There we go. Pretty good. So then, when this dry, in this case, if this is going to dry by tomorrow, after leave it overnight, I'll just airbrush the entire thing some brown color, dry brush it a bit, paint it to the wooden sticks, and then squelch. Done. Again, it always looks like shit until you get the primer layer where it does a unified color, and then it turns out it works out. So basically, yep, just let it dry. I'll probably airbrush this sort of a similar browny grey color. I think I have like a earth brown. I have somewhere I can airbrush it tomorrow. Dry brush it with a light, like a light bone white, and then good enough. So yeah, this base, is gonna go to the side now. That has to just dry to the side. Whoop. Okay. So my fingers are a little dirty, but it's dried up enough. Should be fine. Okay, yeah, scraping off already. Yeah, let me just now put these extra sticks aside. Onto the next part of finishing up things. Since we're doing the basing stuff, let me get my light brown wash. I'm going to wash all the bases on these Death Company now to bring out the extra details. The old Death Company here. And let me get my light brown wash. I don't want flesh, right from flesh shade. I want Aglax Earth Shade. Expensive, but I have a few of these pots from starter sets and stuff, so might as well make use of them. Yeah. Get a little paint palette to work with. Should not just stand to the side first. You want to stand to the side. Stand to the side. Give me space to work. Yeah. Let's grab some water to thin this down a bit. Spot of water. And a sort of shitty brush, but still a decent point to it. This one's been abused a bit. There we go. This is a size 0 brush. Yep, good enough. Good enough for the purposes. So shake up the paint. Heavily dampen my brush. Soak up a little bit of the Aglax shade, and then just dot it down here. Do I like that? I might not like that. Hold on. Maybe not Aglax shade. Maybe Wycliffe Flesh shade is better. Okay, I'll just blend it in. It's fine. Mistakes happen. Happy little mistakes. All is good. Let's try the Wycliffe Flesh shade. It's lighter. Let's see. Could be okay. Let's just do one full base first with it, and then see what I think. Don't do it till you try the whole base and decide later. Maybe. I have an idea. We're testing out. We're trying it live. Where's my light-colored paint now? It might be a two-step process. Whoop. I disconnected. Don't know what I disconnected. Oh, well. Where's my khaki? I need my khaki paint. That's English uniform. Khaki. Okay, some khaki. Yeah, shake it up first. Let's just squish a bit here. Let's see. Is this? Do I have a sand? I should have a sand color as well. Let me see. That's English uniform. Usually khaki serves well. Do we have a lighter sand color? Not seeing it right now. Gimme. What's this? That's gold, not sand. Oh, here's the other one I wanted. Okay. Let us see. Let us see how this works. Wide brush. Just a small bit onto the paint. Yep. Let's like dry brush it. Let's see how does a dry brush work with this. Lightening it up for sure. Okay, that gives a bit of depth and a bit of depth, bit of highlight, but I think lighter. I want it lighter. You know, bone white, actually, bone white. Bone white is also very good, just sand color one can use. There we go. Let's drop a bit of that in there. Dry brush the bone white. There, need more. Still not quite used to dry brushing in terms of like getting enough loaded on for it. Oh, okay. It was like bone white was the way to go. Alright, can I just bone white the rest of this? No, that's too light. What if I just paint a bit more? Just load it up. That's sort of good. Also, hold on, wait, just... I'm actually damp. I think I need to be more damp on this brush, actually. It's too dry. Wipe down the area there. Hold on. Semi-restoring this back to lighter yellow, but that's part of the experimentation sometimes. The rims I will paint black later. Let's see. It's gone a bit paler, but also we have a bit more depth to it as well. Let me try this just as on its own. Slightly wetter. Let's see if I can't just use the existing darker sand to access the depth, so we don't have to do the wash stage. Yeah, actually, that works pretty well on its own already. Okay, so just bone white directly over the yellow sounds seems to work fine. Let's decant a bit more. I'm just gotta get the balance of the wetness of the brush. As with dry brushing, they say you actually need the brush to be slightly damp for the effect to work. The paint can't actually be fully dry. There we go. Okay, that's just working out well. So one guy will have a slightly darker base, but then, that's just how it goes. Sometimes not everyone's going to be on the same terrain here and there. Okay. I think I can also just try to dry brush it again. It's going to be pretty similar to the others. Yeah, there we go. They're going to be matching now. So I'll try to do it slightly unevenly. Again, just to make it look a little bit more two-toned and stuff as I go. So light dry brush in main areas, but less in others. Just for like a little bit of a color shift. Yeah, I'm not sure how well the camera can pick it up, but there's now like a slight two-tone of the darker yellow sand and this lighter bone white on it from the dry brush. And that just gives a little bit of extra to it. Basically, it doesn't look like it's one big flat colored surface. Water liquid here. Clean off the boots. Yeah. Okay. Again, the rims I'll paint black separately later to finish them off. There's also the last stage of the painting in the rims black. That's the traditional final step. There you go. Dampen the brush a bit. Yeah. So you want just a spot of dampness on your brush and dry brushing. Just a hint of it. Yep. There we go. Fast and easy. Once you get the colors you like, it gets nice. It gets real fast, real quickly. Yeah. Oh, Bristol. Get over here. What the? There's a hair. What the heck? Get the hair out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Continuing on. Last dude. Just dry brush around. There. Nice. Okay, so kill my brush before the paint dries on it fully. Okay, Lieutenant, get out of the way first. So let's put all you guys to the side. And then we want, as you dry, we move on to the next project. As that project dries, I'll move back to you guys for doing the black rims. Okay. Just absorb up this water first. Because now, the next thing I was going to work on is underneath all these other paint pots I just pushed to the side. Let's see. Yeah, I saw these a bit ago, and then I got distracted, and so now it's time to return back to them. It's my assault terminators. It's time they got built. Let me just take all the parts out because I do remember. See, they were partly painted. Because I've painted them in pieces separately. It's time to figure out where I left off on these. And to, well, pick up and continue. You know, Tech Priest can come out as well, just in case. Tech Priest also need to finish up job. And then my fully painted Space Wolf Terminator that I haven't been using for a while. Yeah. I gotta actually recheck what color I used for the blue, because I honestly don't remember, and I feel like I'd like to replicate this later. But yeah, so I know you can stand here. Watch as the rest of the company gets built up. So let's get these paints to the side. So I took all these out. Where were the 40mm bases at? Whoops, see, I had to find the 40mm bases later. Anyway, let us see. So, I was working. This was the sergeant. Oh, else I got to. Right. Ah, shit. I gotta assemble these guys together and do the things. So what was I doing? What was I doing last time I finished off? I had done their arms, silvered the arms up. Yeah. Well, the paper clips are caught together. Oh, there we go. So we have a sergeant. We have body. Body. Oh, right, your legs had a ton of details for me to do for my color scheme. All the gunmetal leg pieces. So I did your silver wings. Yeah, so I silvered all the pieces already. I need to now do the gunmetal framing on the parts. All their hip pieces. Assemble. And also, where are your heads? I'll check my other storage boxes, because I thought your heads were in here. Did I leave the heads? I'm gonna recheck for the heads later. Probably kept the heads on the runners just because the Terminators, the heads go white, so I was gonna paint them completely separately, so I never even got as far as that yet. Anyway, so let's look at the sergeant. Let's look at the sergeant for while I'm here first. Let's see. So I did the gunmetal framing on your legs. I have to gunmetal your vent still. Gunmetal frame. So you're silvered, gunmetaled, redded, and then waiting for the gold. Okay, so looks like what I have to do first is to gunmetal all the arm frames. Do the gunmetaling. Neaten it up, assemble them, and then touch up whatever I can see after that. Also, I just noticed my camera went turned off. What the heck? Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold up. My VTuber model's not doing nothing. Whoop. Uno momento. Come on. Come on. What the hecky? Oh, oh, wait, oh. I saw it turn on. Come on. Restart the program again. I saw my webcam and light turn on and off for a moment. Hey, there we go. My tracking's back. Okay, perfect. Not sure why the camera crapped out again like that, but oh well. What's this? My friend's saying there's a rainstorm right now? What the heck? Oh, there is a rainstorm right now. Amazing. I didn't even notice. Anyway, moving on. Let us get a thin brush. This is decent. This is, well, not a thin brush, but it is a sharp-pointed brush. Get some more water, and let's get some gunmetal going. Spot more water. Green, you stand to the side first. Where's my gunmetal? Where's my Vallejo gunmetal? What? There it is. Vallejo Mecha Color gunmetal. Really good gunmetal color. There we go. That should be enough. Okay. On to the important things. Damp the brush first. Load it. Adjust my glasses, and now all these little leg piston frames need to become gunmetal. Do I have to do this? No. But that's the color standard I've used for my other Terminators, and that is a color standard I shall maintain. Also, it's going to be a bitch and a half to do this after I put the arms on later. Very carefully control the brush. Get paint where it needs to go. Oop. And this is just practice makes perfect as you do this. And I'm definitely going to be getting a lot of practice in this. There you go. Let's make sure this applies to all the visible edges. And the black wash I'll go into this much later will help with the seams and edges. Whoop. And I'll put the gunmetal right here at the crotch. Need to skirt around the crotch, but not touch the crotch. No touchy, the crotchy. Actually, I gotta fix the crotch anyway. There's some black stuff on the side of the crotch, but oh well. Again, that's how it goes. You make a mistake, you fix the mistake. That's as simple as. Also, ad break in about a minute, so can't do much about that. Part of Twitch. If y'all ever so considered, which y'all can subscribe to skip the ads. Again, do so responsibly. It's like we're all got in this kind of economy. I do not blame you if you cannot. carefully. Just around the edges. Ooh. Very nice. Good. Am I regretting choosing to do this? Yes, but I've chosen to do it, and I shall commit to it. Go right around. Yeah, right around the crotch. All the way around. Okay. That's the thigh. Yeah. Come on. Reach. Right. Then, lower legs. Right along the edges. Nice and easy. Good dampness. Consume the red. Hello, Space Wolves fan. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Painting up these Blood Angel Terminators for upcoming events. I put them off for a bit, but now it's like, you know what? They need to be actually battle ready now. So I'm just battle readying them while also still maintaining my same color scheme I followed my other Terminators before. So, fortunately, annoying spot of extra details I need to do here and there, but it looks cool. It'll look cool in the end, anyway. Also, speaking of Space Wolves, just off the side, I have this little 3D printed Space Wolf Terminator here, which I painted before, overwatching me. This is an old 3D print of the old Arjack model. I was like, yeah, pretty cool, pretty nice. I need to finish him up still. His shield needs some work, but right now I'm running as Blood Angels, and I need to get my Blood Angel stuff going. And also, new edition, 11th edition, a bunch of shenanigans and dispositions to catch up with. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll be Space Wolves for a bit, depending. We'll see. Not quite sure. I just know Blood Angels aren't in that good of a situation right now. So just might shift to a different Space Marine faction for a bit till the rules update or get better. Again, the fun of being Space Marines. A Space Marine is a Space Marine, so you can sort of swap faction if things go downhill for you without having to lose all your models. It's cause no judgment. Thank you kindly. You see here, I have my Death Company in Horus Heresy armor because, of course, they're hallucinating that they're fighting Horus. So, of course, they're going to be seeing themselves in the Horus Heresy either armor and everything. So, yeah. They found the Dreadnought for Death Company Dreadnought, Mark II Marines for the Death Company on foot. It was cool. It was nice. And much cheaper to get as well, since the wholesale boxes come in boxes of 10 and 20 instead of 10 and 5. And you get a ton of the weapon upgrades as well when you buy the weapon upgrade sets. So I was like, you know what? That seems to be the most cost-efficient way to try to represent the Death Company. And in this economy, you gotta pinch as many pennies as you can. In this economy, and with these GW pricings. There we go. Made a wholesale. Oh, nice. That's 11 Endurance mod. Yep, Endless Waltz was my childhood. Didn't really understand what's going on. I just knew it was cool when I was seeing it. There we go. Yeah, but before I got hooked on the Warhammer rabbit hole and get all these mods I need to start painting up for events and joining, I did a lot of Gundam building and painting. I still have a massive Gundam backlog to go through. Also now I have a Warhammer backlog to get through, and joining tournaments, narrative events and stuff's like, oh shit. I need to build this, I need to build that, I need to get this battle ready, I need to get that battle ready. So I was like, well, small focus shift to getting my Warhammer stuff going. Go. Very nice. Okay, your leg pistons are done. What's your opinion of Seed? I watched Seed. I found it enjoyable. Some shenanigans here and there, but it was okay. I haven't seen Destiny yet, but I have seen there is some bullshit with it. I was like, But the suits are nice. I do like the suits from Seed. So I was like, yeah. I mean, I've seen the new Seed. Oh, hello, Cheeto and Bobo Batito. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Raiders. I'm Coleman, the Plumber of YouTube. A Plumber of YouTube. Model kit building, painting, and everything. Right now, doing a lot of Warhammer stuff right now. What were you up to? Let's give you a shout out. S.O. Cheeto and Bobo Batito. There we go. Oh, you didn't mention them as well. What are we working on, Matt? And welcome. Feel free to share. Also, if you go do post-stream stuff, I understand fully. But yeah, you don't like Seed? It's a case of I rarely hate things, but as far as I can tell, Seed wasn't too bad for me. Seed Destiny, I do know there's some very weird shenanigans in its storyline, though. So, to be determined when I eventually watch it. Keywords when I eventually watch it. Right now, my time for watching things is very limited. Oh, hey, welcome. Oh, your Wi-Fi died? Ah, no problem. Welcome back. I'm doing good. I am just working on my Warhammer backlog. But yeah, if you want to share anything you're working on, feel free to. Love to share and see what others are doing and stuff. Just touch up the crotch paint there. That was a big paint mistake. I want to fix it up. Also, is this still Primer Red? I think this is still Primer Red because I haven't... Wait, hold on. Let me just try this paint here. Huh. I think this is still the Primer Red I used. I had to work on the red color on this after I've done all these smaller details. Okay. So be it. Look good as Looted Death Dread. Yep, the Leviathans are amazing. Here we go. Working on character designs, maybe plot disguises. Ooh, nice. There we go. This is a Leviathan Dreadnought that I am going to proxy as a Death Company Dreadnought. He's mostly painted. He needs some paint touch-ups right now, but again, I have events coming up at this weekend and next weekend, so it's a case of get it battle ready with the 3 colors and basing, and then I'll come back and touch him up later. So yeah, I was working on the base just earlier. There was the base. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Do some corkboard, texture paste. I'm waiting for it to dry before I airbrush it, and then paint it like a muddyish grey color later. And then also I'm going to have to, because this is the Leviathan base is smaller than the actual base. I have to get an extra 90mm base, so it's going to stick on top. I'm going to have them base around it, so I can interchange which base I want just by sticking it and taking it off later. So, yeah. How'd like the raid? I loved it. Hello, Quinova. How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. Would you have something to do with it? Mm-hmm. But yeah, just having fun building and painting, and right now I'm just trying to battle ready my troops. Again, these are going to be 5 Terminators with lightning claws already. I'm going to have to build 5 with hammers, either later or off stream. And then 1 more Chaplain Terminator armor. I have 1 already, and a second in backlog, and I'm going to be fielding 2 of these next weekend. Yeah, right now just... Yeah, what's that? Was that blue tack? Get off there. I'm just going inside to outside on the colors on all these. So we've done the black, the red. Now I'm doing the gunmetal pipings on the legs and stuff. And then we'll go to the actual red and silverings of the chest after that. At least I want to do the pipings first, just because I can fully assemble the mini, and I won't need to bother trying to reach in and around to paint it up later. So you can't stay long, but yeah, if you gotta go, go. Thank you for coming. Great, appreciate you coming. If you have to go, feel free to. I know streaming takes time, and also time zone stuff can be late for people. So yeah. Let's see. Ever heard game this evening against Blinders offended with Batman Orcs? Ooh, good luck with that. I've seen Orcs are apparently doing very well in 11th edition right now, so the YOLO. Yep, good night, man. Catch ya. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, continuing on. Yeah, 11th edition is a little bit of a shenanigan for sure right now. Like, there's a lot of rules issues with it still. But tournament-wise, I've seen that Orcs are in a very good position right now. Blood Angels, not so much. We got a really horrible disposition taken hold for our Liberate Assault group. It's like, ew. You gave taken hold to our detachment that has 2 Battleshock stratagems that Battleshock ourselves. So we can't take it hold. It's like, you sure about that, Chief? You sure about that? So, yeah. But yeah, next week, I'm in a 2 versus 2 tournament for 11th edition. And my teammate and I are racking our heads on how we're going to what we're going to do. What will we do? And so pretty much, I'm making these Terminators just because, you know, when in doubt, dump Blade Guard or Terminators on the table and see what happens. That's my philosophy, and it usually works sometimes. You know, you can't go wrong with a bunch of, okay, not high toughness, but a bunch of 4+ invuln guys running about with an awkward number of wounds to deal with. So yeah, also again, thank you for the follow as well, Batwolf. In fact, we got an Ox because Armageddon thought, oh, this war boss fucks. Nice. Yeah. I have the Armageddon box as well. Because trying to sell the orc half of it to anyone local here. But if it doesn't sell, then, well, I have some orcs now. Orcs are fun. Orcs are cool. Will I build the orcs anytime soon? Probably not, because, oh my god, I have so much backlog and things to do. And I think also, I've got almost full confirmation that next week will be a sponsored stream. You'll find out more of that on my socials later. My socials in my Discord later. Again, actually, socials, by the way. Socials. I'm on Blue Sky, Twitter, and Instagram. Although Instagram I don't use as much, but I am there. But look, you can look forward to a little sponsored stream. Miniature painting sponsor stream, by the way. Next week. We get things are being organized for that. But yeah, I do like the Big Mech
from the old box. Also, price-wise as well, for what you're paying, it's actually, while the box is more expensive than previous boxes, the Armageddon set, it's because they've included the mission cards with it as well. When you take the mission card price into account, the box is actually still a pretty good deal for when you split the price apart for the models you're getting. It's like 50%, still 50% discount on all the models, which is, yeah, that's pretty good. Especially if you don't have any of the models as well, then it's like, it's an amazing set. Of course, now they've shown that there's the new intro starter sets coming out soon, which I think the new start sets will have terrain with them, which might be more important to you. Honestly, it depends if you play more at home or at the club. And they come with dice. That's one thing which I found strange. Like the big fancy Armageddon launch box comes out where everyone's going to scrum for it, and it didn't give any dice for you to play with. It's like, really? You cheaped out on the dice for your launch set? But then the later to be released start set will give the dice. It's like, okay then. Would have liked some dice in the launch set, but oh well. GW with GW. Yeah. There we go. Nice. I just gotta. This is part that's gonna take time, but I need to do it now before I attach the arms. Otherwise, it'll be a pain and a half to deal with it later. Oh, and I can come back later with the red to fix it up. Because actually, I do have to come back to the red later because this is the primer red, not the actual Emperor red I've been using. Yep. Again, just gotta battle ready these in 2 weeks, and we're good. Selling dice for 100. Yeah, exactly. Like $100. Get yourself some cheap ass dice. Well, so the combat patrols coming out are going to be regular combat patrol price, but they will include the paint set with it. Just like, again, if you don't have the paints beforehand and you are just saying, oh, that's actually surprisingly decent of them, relatively speaking. Still charging out the ass, but then you're getting a bit more value for it, at least. Yeah, but now I'm just waiting to see the multi-part Vanguard veterans. Those are the main things I'm waiting for. Along with any changes how the dispositions work. Because again, they seem to have double nerfed Blood Angels for being a melee army by 1. You pay more points for all the Blood Angels for all the regular generic Space Marine melee units. 2, Blood Angel's best attachment, the Red Assault Group, was given the take and hold disposition. A disposition it is not made to handle. And it's like, So we pay more for less and have to do what our detachment was never meant to do. Right. So yeah, I got a major list change. That's why I'm doing Terminators right now, because we're like, in Liberator, if I'm going to have to take and hold, then I'm going to need tough-ass units to do the holding. And my choices for that are going to be Blade Guard with Sanguinary Priests and Terminators. Probably mixed with Shields and Claws. And so, yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Hold on, did I miss a spot here? Yes, I did. I don't need to be as careful on the red, just because I do have to go back over the reds anyway with the actual proper red color. Which is Tooth and Coat's Emperor Red, which is pretty nice. Yo, welcome, how are you doing? I hope you're having a lovely day. You can see I'm painting some Space Marines right now. I did some basings on my Death Company here, the Berserking Raging Dudes. Waiting for that to mostly dry. I've got this Death Company Dreadnought from the Leviathan Dreadnought. Got the minimum colors on it, at least, and minimum details it needs. We'll put more details later, but again, I'm getting these barely ready for events in this weekend and next weekend. And right now, I'm doing these Terminators with Lightning Claws. Just doing all the detailed paintings on them. Get the minimum colors on them first, so they're usable. And then I can come back and finish them up later. And right now, again, all these little piston pipes on the legs. I did them all in gunmetal on my previous Terminators, so now I want to keep that scheme, but it takes a bit of time to do all those piston pipes. But it looks nice, and it's much easier to do this before I attach the arms, so just going through all these small little pipes and very carefully painting these up. Yeah, you're good? That's nice. I'm good as well. Tiring day, but it's over, and I'm just enjoying the night painting my minis. Got a narrative event this weekend, and then a 2 vs 2 tournament next weekend. And with the brand new 11th edition rules out, we are trying to make heads and tails of how the fuck we're going to run our armies right now. Because some playstyles, especially for my army, the playstyle has to be drastically different. It needs to be a lot more reserved. Again, that's why I'm making my Terminators. Because they are, funny enough, they are called Terminators, but they excel at not at terminating, but staying alive or taking a lot of fire. So, yep, I'm getting these built and painted up to use, and we'll see how it goes. Just have them, just launch them onto a central objective on the battlefield, and then weather the storm of fire that's going to hit them over the 5 turns, and just see what happens. And again, they are still pretty good in melee combat, so if anyone tries to charge into them, they have a good chance to survive it-ish, and then return with quite a good amount of close combat damage. And we'll just see how it goes. So got yourself a Riptide. Oh snap, a Riptide. Okay, something contribute one way or another. Yup, indeed. The base of the Cadre headquarters. Very nice. Do love me a good Riptide here and there. Well, I hate being shot at by Riptides, but I do love seeing Riptides. Because apparently Tau are actually doing pretty well in this edition as well. Their main detachments are Purge the Foe. And even though you're gunline, you just gunline a little bit closer. And then all your attachment things like, yeah, I just ignore cover. Yeah, I just ignore your hidden. It's like, yeah, I just ignore everything that is supposed to have nerfed shooting. It's like, well, okay then, fine, be like that. I guess I can't hide at all. But next you're going to have to get yourself a Manta, yeah. And then realize the rules for the Manta are currently broken in the 11th edition wordings because the base size is too big. Again, 11th edition shenanigans of the rules. They released new rules, and they were clearly not fully playtested. There's so many things that are currently rules as written, very broken. Of course, then it comes down to rules as written versus rules and intended for any like events you join. I think most will agree to do rules as intended. Most. Yep, need a little bit more paint. There we go. Let's squelch it. But yeah, also, look through all the modular detachments as well. Again, I'm trying to get more of my backlog built because they released these modular detachments for your detachment rules. But then Blood Angel's best detachments were all 3 detachment points, so you can't combo them. And it's like, oh. So I can't even do the fun comboing different detachment rules that other movies can do. So it's like, you know what? I want to do those combinations. So let's build as much of my battle as I can. Battle line it, or battle ready it. So I can try other Space Marine factions. And see if I can find some funny combos. Which, well, unfortunately, is tend to pushes me to play Ultramarines. With generic faction, but then Ultramarines usually is the safest one to pick after that. Just so I get +1 to wound on the oath target, and access to the most detachment options. So Dark Angels does have some fun things like the plasma detachment. But then you gotta really go in all on plasma, and well, I have 15 Hell Blasters for the plasma, but you kind of need to have 30 for that to make it work right. It's like, eh. I don't want to build another 15 Hell Blasters. They're nice, but building that many of them with all the bloody cablings and stuff, and having to paint it later is like, ew. Ugh. That's a lot of work. A lot of effort, and I'd rather be using it on doing some of my other models. There we go. Nice. But yeah, just get these leg pipes done. Then I can be free to attach the arms without making it hard to reach anything. And I can do the fun red paint and the gold trims. Yeah. That pipe is so close to the crotch. Need to very carefully edge around the crotch. Oop. Should get all the angles covered. There we go. Nice. Yeah. There's also like I was looking at some of the combination Blood Angels can do. Like there's the one for +1 advance and charge, and then you can combo that with Stormlance for advance and charge together, which is fun. But then you can't get any bonuses to your strength, so it becomes a case of it's a highly mobile army that then doesn't really hit that hard, and it's like, oh. So it's not really worth doing the combo after that anyway. For Bludgeons, at least. Again, I think Ultramarines can combo a lot better than pretty much any of the other factions right now. So I was like, okay, guess it's time to be the Red Ultramarines for a bit. You know, to bring truth to what Gabriel Seth was saying. We'd all just be Ultramarines in red. This was really funny. Like, have you always seen what the new miniature release was for the Death Maya campaign that's going on right now for 40k? It's like the week 2, Space Marines, well, Imperium won again, so they're going to release another Space Marine mini. And the Space Marine mini for the big Armageddon campaign, led by the Blood Angels, is another Ultramarine character. Like, god damn it! I know you're the poster boys, but you put the Blood Angels on the launch box for this entire event. And you don't even give them a fancy character. You give the Ultramarines a fancy character instead. It's like, wow, really? Wow, really? Like, Ultramarines don't need another character. And in fact, the character is he's a Victrix Honor Guard champion? Which is like, wait a second. I thought Kato Sicarius was the Victrix Honor Guard captain or champion. Why is there another Victrix Honor Guard character now? The position is literally filled by Kato Sicarius, who recently got a new model. Like, god damn it. Well, I see many people picking up the model anyway, even though Ultramarines, just because it's a really cool-ass model with the twin weapons and stuff. And then either fire down the Ultramarine symbols or hide them behind other symbols and run them as like custom captains and stuff. Should be really cool. Like, oh, like the Ultramarines have enough characters. Give one of the other Space Marine factions a bit of love. I'm not sure. See, I'm not sure if that new one's unlimited miniature or not, though. I don't think it is. So there's a chance I could get it. And then heavily convert it to be a Blood Angels one. I do have one Blood Angels upgrade sprue for my combat patrol. So I do have some Blood Angels bits to stick on. So my brush is drying out. Dunk. Very careful. Get these pipes going. There's also, the new land speed is also seems really good for its points cost right now. I foresee people want to get multiples of them. And of course, they also happen to have a specific land speed attachment for one detachment point focused on them as well. It's like, are you trying to sell all these land speeds before you nerf them to the ground, perhaps? By having all this support for them. Again, would not be surprised, but right now it seems like a pretty cool model. In fact, actually, I have it right here. It's a pretty big model. With a very flimsy stand. It was like 95 points for this thing. That's pretty good amount of wounds and toughness for 95 points. I can then move, shoot, move. So it can be a little bit of annoying here and there. Not sure if I feel 3 of them, but trying to jam 1 into a 2K list seems like a nice idea. Run around as a little action monkey distraction that can take a medium hit, I'd guess, and survive. There you go. So using them with some scouts might be a way to go. Okay. Is that... Nope, your pipes are not finished. You have the Central crotch here. There, now your pipes are finished. Okay. Arm pipes. Then you can attach the arms, and then we'll start doing the red. Also, I did not mark which arm was which. I'm going to spend some time figuring out which arm went to which body. Whoopsie poopsie. Yep. Just carefully. At least these arm pipes are pretty small. With arm pistons. What? Load up again. What was that event? I got a notification just now. Not sure what that was. Why am I getting notifications? Don't know, don't care. Anyway, back to it. Yeah, the lightning claws, I'm not sure what color I'm going to paint them. Probably going to paint them silver later, and then try to do a contrast blue effect on them. Have them have the blue energy to it. Again, that's going to be after tournament thing, because right now I just need to get models. So battle ready in Warhammer 40k is considered 3 colors and basing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get these guys with the 3 basic colors they need first, based up, and then do the tournament, and slowly catch up their details later. Well then, I do need to check the runner for where their heads are. I do remember I did keep the heads separate because I had to paint them white. I might not have even removed the heads from the runner yet until these were finished. Ah, yo, God, you're getting caught up together again. Yeah. I got to build and paint another 5 of these as well. With the hammers and shields, I think. Just have 1 squad of each type, because both are pretty good. And they might be extra good combining together with, well, mixing the claws with the swords and shields as well. Just for some funny wound allocation nonsense. Yep. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. All accounted for. But yeah, I'm seriously considering, well, I like Liberated Assault Group just because it gives the ability to fall back, shoot, and charge as needed. So it's tied up in combat. But again, with that horrible disposition of take and hold, for an army that can't take and hold, I'm seriously going to be looking into ways to run Rage Cursed Onslaught instead. Probably using a lot of lieutenants on key squads to allow them to fall back, shoot and charge ability. And maybe running more bigger elite units such that they have a very good chance of wiping out whatever they kill. And if they get stuck in combat, they'll probably have a numerical advantage and be tough enough to just take whatever hits would get sent back at them. Again, Terminators in Rage Cursed. A brick of 10 of them probably wipe out anything they hit, and they will probably survive whatever tries to kill them in return. Mostly. Heck, a full 10-man 5 hammers, 5 claws might be the way to go. Just for the wound allocation shenanigans with the 4 and 3 wounds. There we go. Okay. Let's clean my brush up a bit. Now the fun part. Which arm went to which body now? Put shoulder pads to the side. They will be dealt with later. Let me find the manual and take a look. Assault. Terminate Assault Squad. Let's see. Manual. Not manager, manual. Instructions. Terminate Assault Squad. 2025. That's the one I want. Okay, let's see. So that's the sergeant. Ready? Wait, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Here's the next one. Okay, so this is left foot forward guy. With a knee bent. Yeah. Left foot forward guy. Knee bent. Torso slightly to the left. No, that has a skull chest plate, though. You. Okay. So now it's, I've compared all these arms. Let's get all these off the paper clips. So I can actually see which is which. Up. Okay, let's see. Whoop. Let's mark these left and right arms so I can tell them apart. Okay. So left arm is very heavily bent. This looks like the left arm. Like so. Okay, that looks right. And then the right arm is mostly extended forward. Good fist. Yeah, okay, here we go. Got the first arm set here. Then let's just quickly attach it now. So spot of super glue. Yeah. There we go. Little round of super glue. Like that. Then this side of the torso, a little round of it. And then this one, he's reaching forward. Yeah. Like so. There we go. And then shoulder pads. This one is simple, just a regular shoulder pad on each side. Oh, also, the hip. His hip plates. Let's see which hip plate was which. Looks like this looks like a pair. Give. There. The blue tack. Give. Okay, 2 hip plates. Yep. Come back here. Let's see, how does this place? That place is fine. Okay. Spot of cement. Spot of super glue. What? Okay, there we go. That's fine. That's fine. Spot there, and then stick the hip plate in. No, that hip plate does not go there. This hip plate. Yeah, the deck's sticking to everything. Come on, get off that. Okay, this plate goes there. Stick. Very nice. Okay. Get a little bit of blue tack off this. Come on, get off. Yeah, all right. Then this plate goes on the other hip. Very carefully. Get super glue there. And this sticks in place. So note to self, stick the hip plates on first, then the arms. Go. Hip plates on. So then, let's see. Shoulder pads. Pull blue tack off. Need one with the crux terminatus. These are the blank ones. Crux terminatus, where are you? Here. One crux terminatus. One blank shoulder. Crux goes on the left shoulder. Yeah. She's got the super glue. Terminator shoulder pad goes on. As best it can. Same for the other side. One, 2, 3. Regular shoulder pad on this side. Go. Yeah. Look at that. And a tilting shield. This one. Spot of glue here. And a tilting shield goes in place. Bam. There we go. This Terminator's entire body is ready, so detail paint comes later. Right now it's just the details that are on the body that can be reached easily. So it's good to go as is. Again, I gotta find out where the head went. All the heads went. I probably didn't trim them off the runner yet. I was gonna paint them completely separately for ease of painting. Some paper clips, get to the side. So we have Sergeant and one dude. Down there. Let's get the next guy going. Next guy is a right foot forward with a skull chest. You. Then you need the hip plates. You had the 2 blank hip plates. Here we go. And just squelch and get all this sticky tack off the back. Maybe use a bit of a knife. Give. Okay. Next. Okay, so these 2 plates are ready. Say which is which. Just to the side. Spot of super glue. And stick. Yep. Same for this side. And stick. Hey, Toadman, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Sorry, I'm trying to glue some really small bits on right now. But welcome, Toads. Hope you have a good day. There we go. I was painting some crotch pipes earlier, and now I'm doing the side skirts, and now I'm doing arms. Let's see. Looks like it's this left arm here. The fist out. I'm trying to compare which of these arms is meant to be here. This one. This left arm. Many do's, yes. I'm Barkley enjoying something nice. I'm doing good. Late. Just building up my minis. You can see, got my Death Company Dreads, Death Company Tech Greens, and doing my Terminator squad right now. Because I've got an out event this weekend and a 2v2 tournament next weekend. And so I'm just, all these things I partially painted and kind of got distracted from.
I'm finishing these up now because also I'm going to plan to use these Terminators as well. So again, I'm doing the battle ready standard of them where I'm painting minimum 3 colors on these and basing them, and they're good to go. And then post tournament, they'll get the rest of the color details. Like this guy, he's battle ready right now because he's got the 3 main colors. He's got a base, and so he counts as fully painted. But you see, he's needed lots of extra things, like his guns need to be painted, his ammo belts have to be painted, all the arms need to be painted and stuff still, but right now, he's bare minimum needed to count as fully painted for the tournaments. And so that's good enough for me for now. Good, I am painting for the competitions, I am painting to play, but I will come back and make them look nice later, for sure. Because I need to get these 5 done, because I have to build another 5 of these. Maybe build another tank before the tournament begins. It's like, oh god. It's like, oh, I need to be efficient with my times. Anyway, now I need to see the other side, because I think it's this arm. Also, I did not mark which arm was which, so I'm spending time comparing which arms go to which bodies right now. I can get that. This is for sure the other one. Yeah, okay, good. So it's these 2 arms for this body. Okay. And then again, I have to find the heads later, because I kept the heads separate to make it easy to paint. This guy's he's got a very aggressive walking pose. Super glue. Yeah. And then arm. Aligned. Yeah. It's like, he's stomping forward. Change arms to the Frankenstein. Yes, indeed. Just a spot of body horror. We wouldn't be Warhammer without a spot of body horror here and there. This. Oh. Oh, no, wait, hold on. The open hand. Oh, it's this one. The hand is slightly open. Yeah. Oh. Glue in place. Good. Come on. Stay. Are you not gluing? Need more super glue. Yeah, when I eventually get to doing my little servitors here, there's gonna be literal body horror in it, since it's just casual lobotomized peoples with their arms and legs replaced with mechanics and guns and shit. Why? Because they can. Come on. Why are you not gluing in place? The arm is aligned. Yep. Let's put the arm needs to go up ever so slightly. Okay. Like this. Push. There we go. Now, let's put shoulder pads on. Go and take the blue tack away. Yeah. 3 spots on the mounting spots here. 1, 2, 3. Crux terminatus on left shoulder. Go. Like so. Then 3 dots here. 1, 2, 3. 4. Regular shoulder pad on this side. Bam.
Nice. And then he has a tilting shield as well. It's this one with the two little flappy flaps on it. Move the blue tack. Spot of glue here at the corner where it's going to attach. And then stick. Yeah. Come on, attach. There we go. Nice. Okay. 2 more to go. He's got a right side punch. Open left hand. Looks like it's these two. Yep, okay, it's these two arms. Perfect. This left foot forward, dude. You. Always paper clips I don't need to the side. Okay, so your hip plates are plain. So it's these two. Let's get the sticky tack off it. Yeah, come on. Move the sticky tacks. Perfect. Okay, anyway, let's see. We check how these attach. This one goes here. Okay. Got it? I got it. Super glue. So, go on, stay. Right. Next side. Hip plate. Yeah. Right. Here we go. Okay, hip plates attached. Now for arms. Good. This. And like so. Press. Good. Other side. Yeah. Should we lower down? Let's see. No, it's okay. Should have had. Someone else's? Yeah. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3. And boom. Okay, tap, 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 tap. Other side. 1, 2, 3. And bam. Cool. And tilting plates. He has ribbony one. And this sticks in. There we go. Looks good. There's that. And the last dude. Pull you off. Don't need this either. Elast your shoulders. Perfect. Oop. Okay, so first hip plates. Jot, jot. And squelch. So stay. Okay. On this side. And this hip plate. Okay. Arms. This goes up a bit high. Push. And then other side. This one is a bit sweeping forward a bit. Further angled down a bit. Nope, nope, don't use that yet. Don't use that yet. Yeah. Like so. Good. And again, 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. Shelf Cox Terminatus shoulder on. Like that. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 on this. 1, 2, 3. Shove this on. Blammo. And then there should be one last tilting shield for this. Oh wait, no, I know it is. It is here. So one of these guys has a tactical rock to stand on as well. Yeah, get all the gunk off of it. And then super glue. Stick on the shield. Boom. Mm-hmm. It's the super glue. Boom. Okay. 5 Terminators with lightning claws. Assembled. Technically have the 3 cards on them already, but I need to find the heads later and stick them in. And then paint all some more details. Also, I've got to find... I think the 40 more bases I might have left back in their box, which is not near me, so... Oh, well. Yeah, let's see. While that... Now that is done, what can I do next in the list of things I was planning to do today? Might actually just start painting these details here, since they are ready to go for the detail painting. Yeah, I think, let's see. That is going to involve building something new. I don't want to build something new yet. How's the base on this feeling? Still a bit tacky, not quite ready yet, so I can't work on that. I think I'll continue working these Terminators now. Now that they're assembled together, I can do the rest of their detail colors. Yeah, that's what I will do. So let us get brushes together. Get the glue out of the way. And let us begin. So, let's see. Starting... Well, Sergeant onwards, so let's do the red. Let's work on the red, fix up the reds on everything, and we'll go from there. Get some Emperor red out. Dampen up. Load up. Let's start touching up red. Carefully. So carefully. Right, just around. Just touch this up here first. Touch up on the fists. Touch up on the shoulders. Shoulders actually pretty dark for what it should be. Did I use a different red for this before? Or maybe no, maybe it's just it was thin. This is the second coat now that's reinforcing the color. There you go. Just apply this all around. Let's reinforce the actual red colors. Very good. Yep. Carefully. Edges. Let's reinforce the main red. Oh, wait a bit. Oh, spot here under the hood. Oh, on the hood as well. And under the hood. Okay. That's the red handled on you. Put you down. Let's go with you next. Load up. Hit the visible red surfaces with the new red. Load it. Very carefully, all around. I'm trying a strategy here, basically. It might give it a two-tone look to it, but the red primer is like a tartar red versus the purpley red, which my main red is, this emperor red. I'm hitting this emperor red only on the upper visible areas and leaving the tartar red on the hard to reach areas behind. So it's going to look, it might give a bit of a two-tone red color to this, which might be quite nice. Might be an effect. That's an effect real great Gundams tend to use, where they have two tones of similar colors around each other. And that gives a sort of a neat effect. Just see how it goes. See how it goes with it. Just trying to see. There we go. Need to remember, paint the inside of the hood as well, as it's going to be visible. good. Nice. Shoulder pad. Around. And then the little fingies. Always gotta paint the fingies. Outside. Nice. Apply a bit more. Shoulder on the top of the armor. So this shoulder pad as well. Very good. Load up. Evenly coat that. Okay. There we go. Number 2. Number 3 red. She's gonna need to count more red. See, I'm looking at the time again. I don't want to go too much far past midnight my time because I have work to deal with and sleep to catch up on. Same time, I do want to just get good bulks of colors finished up as well. Go. Next. Carefully apply to the crotch. Chest. In between areas. Shooting shield. Yep. Right. Then shoulders. Shoulders and outsides of the power fists. Or lightning claws. Got the insides as well. See? Same for the other side. Oh, and that Crux Terminatus, that will be done in grey later. Again, I am just battle readying these guys for play. Okay, I'm going a bit beyond battle ready, but That is my choice. Touch up the legs. Very carefully. Nice. Okay, tops of the armor, sides. Straight down. Oh, bit of the back of this shoulders visible. Fill that in. Fill on this side. Nice. There's 3. In time, 4 or 5, I think. I'm gonna do the red painting on these last 2, then I'll probably call it slightly early tonight, just so I can clean up a bit after stream and try to get a bit of rest because I got a busy week ahead of me, unfortunately. Got a busy week ahead of me, followed by a not so busy week, followed by then another busy week. As on my current schedule, so yeah. At least that means I got a very stable, busy job. Uh-huh. There we go. So just reddening whatever I can see. Also, I got an... do I have it here? No. I got a very bright orangey yellow color. I might try to use that to edge highlight this red later, again, after the tournament. It's kind of like Evil Sun Scarlet. It's just a very bright orangey red color. And that seems like a good thing to just edge highlight over this existing red I'm using, because red is notoriously hard to edge highlight. Because you either end up going for yellows, which is hard to cover, or oranges that end up being too close in color, and so it doesn't stand out. So, excited to see what happens with it. Once again, I need to find where I put the heads for these guys, snip them out, paint them white, because again, First Company uses white helmets per the Codex Astartes, and I choose to try to somewhat follow the Codex Astartes in my color scheming. That's just the law for my thing. Yeah, I'll paint them in bone white first, then transition up to a sponging of regular white on top of that to build it up. Yeah. Okay, let's hold you by the claws. So now I touch up your legs. Oh, that's the one part. Red over red means it blends together pretty nicely. You're just like retinting the red to different tints. Well, touch up the back of these legs. Carefully. Yeah. Okay. Last dude. Home stretch. Slather the leg. Foot. Other leg. To the back. Up. Touch up. Yep. Side plates. Whoop. Onto torso. And crotch. Nice. The inside. Between. Load it. Shoulders. Tilting shield. Lightning claw. And other lightning claw. Slather, slather. Cover. Come on, paint. Last me to the end of this. I'm almost done. Tight. Backs of the arms. Load it. Top of the armor. Okay, there we go. 5 Terminators. Properly Emperor redded up. Waiting to dry. They just have a lot of small details left to do, which again, probably going to be doing off. If I even do it off stream, again, I'm do the heads, do their bases, core that, build the next squad for the coming tournament. So yeah, with that, I think I'll be calling it there. But again, thank you all for coming. Greatly appreciate it. We're going to raid out to someone lovely in a second. And also, stay tuned because next week was going to be another sponsored stream. Yep. I got timings confirmed. And I just got to handle some of the marketing shenanigans to it. And yes, some fun things will be happening next week. For sure. So let's see. Whomps can we send the fun over to at this time? Who is online right now? Oh. They're still live. That'll be interesting. Hold on, let's take a browse. Also, Toesman, I guess if you have any suggestions about Toes, let me know as I browse. And see in the categories and otherwise. Otherwise, I think, since I don't get the chance often, I might take this chance to do it. Browsing, browsing, browsing. Yes, yes. Okay, let's do this. Slash raid. We're going to go to... Yeah, it's working. Winged Messenger. Haha. It's her 50th anniversary, and it's her birthday month as well. She's lovely.
streamer. She's doing some Overwatch. And yeah, let's get main message. Let's get main message. Main message is gonna be paint train choo choo. Let's go paint train choo choo. Yeah, we go. That should be good enough. We can stick emotes on as we like. Ba 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 ba. That's the paint train choo choo. Feel free to copy and paste it, or change it to any emotes you may have. If you don't have mine, here's the regular version. Yaha. So yeah, thank you for coming. Great, appreciate it. Stream every Tuesday, 10 p.m. JST. Next week will be a sponsored stream. I am getting all the things sorted for that. And yeah, until next time. Actually, no, since I worked on you today, until next time. Oh, away we go. Ah! Bonk.